Hey, you, the guy watching this video. So you clicked on this video looking for some custom zombie maps to play. I got you. I know there's a lot of custom zombie maps out there. I mean, we see the workshop. It's crazy. So I'm going to go through my personal top 10 pick of the best zombie maps that I think have come out in the last year. Now, these maps are going to be a little bit different from each other. I'm going to try to get a little bit of variation in there from like crazy maps, the realistic maps, whatever these maps are. And hopefully you guys find something you enjoy here. So also, if you guys like custom zombie content in general, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. But without further ado, without enough yapping, let's get right into the list. So for the number 1 spot, I'm going to put it up for Christmas Cabin. This is one of the first maps I played this year, and it's pretty solid. Great aesthetic. We got Modern Warfare 2 campaign remastered weapons. Even though the gameplay I'm pretty sure I'm shows like a bunch of World at War guns or something, or World War II guns. Ignore that. I was using a mod. It's got like a dynamic weather snow system, kind of like Origins a little bit, where it can snow more or less depending on the round. It's got a lot of character voices, and like I know it's got a lot of character dynamic, which I know some maps are missing. If you guys don't know, you have to code that in separately, so a lot of people just forget to. And I mean, overall, this is just a very chill map. Really feels like it just fits in with all the other survival maps. So yeah, if you guys are looking for a new little map to play, make sure to go give this one a try. All right, number 2 is actually an older map, but it got an update. So Daybreak. This is a very classic map. This came out in 2020, long time ago, which is it's actually kind of sad to think that was a long time ago. It's 5 fucking years ago. So yeah, this map was really big when it came out, but the cool thing is that it got a huge update at the very end of 2024. He was able to update this map, adding a bunch of new features. One of the coolest features that I think I've ever seen in a custom zombie map was the round limit increase. He basically just uncapped the rounds, so you can go past 255. So all my high round players, anyone who likes to go for those high rounds, anyone who likes to just chase that, this is definitely going to be the map for you. I mean, I don't know if the round limit is actually 65,000 or if it's just unlimited, but it's basically unlimited. I mean, who's ever getting to 65,000? Nobody. He redid the whole trample scheme, added a bunch of new effects, changed up a lot of the weapons, just polished the map. We don't see this very often with maps getting updates 4 years later, due to the fact that like these maps can break so easily. If you use the mod tools, you know how easy these things break. You replace a couple files and your mod tools, and before you know it, the entire map's gone. So it's not very easy to keep these things like together. So I find it very, first off, impressive that he was even able to update it in the first place, to have all those files. But it's really cool to see that like he actually did something with it. They weren't just small updates. These are actual huge updates to the map. So yeah, if you guys played this map before and want to see what maybe changed, or haven't played this and want to go for those high rounds, definitely check out Daybreak. All right, next up is a smaller map, but I personally really like this, and I hope you'll see more of this kind of like quality come from smaller maps. But Box Map X by Hibbs, or Hibbs High. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say it. This was an original map created back in World at War. He decided to bring it back with a little bit more swag. Now, the really cool part about this small map is the perk system. Now, the perk system, you buy it once and you get like your first, like you can get your Speed Cola, you can get Quick Revive, Double Tap, Jug, but then you can buy it again for a like pro perk almost. Let's do Juggernog, for example. We got Juggernog, and then we have Juggernog Plus, which it kind of sounds like a streaming service, but the Plus version will massively increase your health. Killing zombies who attacked you will restore the damage you took. So basically Siphon, which, I mean, that definitely changes up the speed of the game. You get hit way more, and you feel less scared. Double Tap Plus, you can shoot 2 bullets at once, which is like, I believe the first double tap is the original rapid fire, and the second one is the both of them combined, plus 33% more explosive damage, which, I mean, it's nice if you guys use that. Quick Revive Plus, it greatly increases your health regen. Speed Cola, but you swap weapon faster, and you speed up your mystery box usage. I just think overall it was a really cool system where you actually like tried to change up some stuff. I always thought pro perks would work great in zombies. I don't know, but the idea of pro perks back in the day would have it works so well in zombies, and I really hope to see more of this like feature brought into other maps, because there's a lot we could do here. But yeah, overall the map's really cool. It's just a little square, but it's got a lot to do. Obviously all the custom stuff, but also just the aesthetics are good, and the buyable ending is really cool. I'm not gonna lie. You gotta check it out for yourself to see. All right, number 4. This isn't really a zombie survival, but more of like a experience. But this one is Lego Zombie by Bango. Now, if you guys don't know who Bango is an insanely talented map maker who's been for a couple years working on this Paradise Blues map, which is a Fallout map. But we'll talk about that more later. That map is actually apparently supposed to be announced soon, so you know, we'll be talking about that when it gets announced. But when Noah J decided to do his escape room map contest, he wanted to join in and just see what he can make up. And he made this Lego Zombies like experience, which is I mean, it's completely custom. There's literally nothing left of Black Ops 3 in it. Like, it's a completely new game, really. All Lego, guns completely custom. The real objective of this map is to do puzzles. You have to escape it. Now, this map's really cool for my speedrunners, just for people who want to do something different in Custom Zombies, who want to experience what more this game can offer. Yeah, this map was really fun. I remember it being broken the one time I played it, but I believe he's updated it since then. Just to know, this is a single player only experience, and it won't work in co-op. But if you guys want to try something new, try something different in Zombies, I really recommend it. Next up is a map that I feel like kind of went under a lot of people's radars. Really, it's huge. It's giant, and that is Karma Resort. Now, I did a video on this, and I did some of the early access, like testing for this map. Which, you know, shout out my boy Z Ecstasy, real one. This is a recreation of the Black Ops 2 campaign. There is this resort that you go to in the campaign that they completely remade, and this map is just it's insane. There's so much custom stuff here. There's got Easter eggs, and it even has a kill streak system, which is in the time of like Black Ops 2. So there's like the Lodestar. We have like just that postmodern like firepower, which is crazy because now it's modern, I guess. But yeah, on top of this map, there's also two other versions of it: Karma Courtyard and Karma Arcade. Karma Courtyard is basically just a scaled down survival version of the map. Very much simpler, a little bit less intensive for those of you who don't want the craziness of like there's a lot of craziness in the actual map. And also Karma Arcade, which is like this fast game mode. It's a very challenging map. I played this for a video back in the day, and Jesus, this map is hard. You're in that. You're just going. You're basically moving through the map, and this is actually a pretty good way of getting familiar with the map because it kind of shows you each part of the map. And also for this version, it's solo only, just so you guys know. But yeah, I highly recommend all these maps. The Karma series is just great. I think they did an amazing job. I feel like it really just went under the radar for a lot of people, and I hope people start to give this one a chance. Let's go into the next spot. The next one also, I feel like kind of went under people's radars, but I mean, for me, I saw this map right away, and I remember uploading this back in like August last year, so it's a little bit older, but still complex. Now, this map is very interesting. This had a lot to do. There's a lot going on in this map. I mean, complex really does kind of explain what the map is, but there's a lot of cool stuff in this. There's like a nano suit you can get in the map, which like gives you that Black Ops exo movement, which also lets you unlock new parts of the map, like parts you can't get to without it, which is so cool. I love that idea. I believe this is heavily based off of the Crysis series, but it's basically a little town. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Liberty Falls in a way. There's the whole top of the map, which is like the main, like, you know, courtyard complex, like house complex area, but then there's also an underground laboratory, which like you have to do a lot of Easter egg stuff, a lot of going on here. This one's very fun with friends. I think you guys will really enjoy it, honestly, just because of the nano suits. The nano suits made it so fun to play zombies. Like, it's a whole new experience. Getting that boost jumping and everything kind of changes it up, but doesn't make it easy. I promise you that. It ain't easy. So yeah, if you guys really want a complex type of map, no pun intended, really recommend this one for you guys. There's a lot to do in this. There's a lot to figure out. Next up is another map that I feel like I haven't seen a lot talk about, but it had a decent amount of downloads, and that map will be Containment Breach. Now, this map is really cool. There's like objectives you need to do in order to go through the map, but there's also like, I believe it's very heavily based on Bloodborne. Like, there's a lot of Bloodborne elements in here, so if you guys are like into those soul games, it's a really cool, like, different pace of zombies. Still zombies, but different. I like the aesthetic a lot. They did a great job with the aesthetic. The puzzles aren't hard at all, but they're definitely like make you think a little bit. You might need to look up some of them, I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot going on in this map. There's boss fights, like literal boss fights. You get to fight bosses. Basically the same kind of style like Bloodborne, like Elden Ring, Dark Souls works, where you got to fight like the big bosses in a new arena. Very cool idea. They did a great job. I'm still gonna come back to this map because I never got to beat it fully. I died right at the end. I was so mad. But yeah, great job. This is such a great map, and I really hope to see more of like these unique style, like kind of infusions of games, like games that you wouldn't think would work, like a Bloodborne, Dark Souls game, like Call of Duty, where it might not seem like it would work, but seems like he made it work. So yeah, great job. Next, we're gonna go a little bit sillier, but this is Chick-fil-A. The fidelity of the actual building was great, but also I really enjoyed the Easter egg of this. The Easter egg, not to spoil it, but you have two sides you can pick. You can either pick Joe Biden or Donald Trump. You got to do either one or the other Easter eggs, and it's really cool. It really reminds me of that Richtofen and Maxis old like Easter egg where you can kind of do two sides, but this one is literally two different Easter eggs. You can either do what Donald wants or what Joe Biden wants. announced, and I won't tell you what their plans are, but they're kind of crazy. I think they're off their rockers. But he did use a lot of AI voices in this, which I know AI is a huge talking point in zombies right now. I think voice lines, especially for something this silly, doesn't mean much. Like, it's not like he's not trying to like hurt anyone with it. They're just silly voice lines. So I do personally think this is a decent use of AI. It wasn't too distasteful, and the voice lines are actually pretty funny. So I really recommend this map. It's very fun. It's very funny. Very good looking map. I think you guys are going to enjoy this map with friends. So yeah, great work, man. Number 9 is actually a map I played not too long ago. I played it a couple months ago. I believe it came out last year, but Jesus, this map is so cool. Murder Mystery. Now this is made by Jaybird, who is a very well-known map maker in the mapping community. He's done a lot of great work for the community, a lot of tutorials, a lot of information. He was one of like the real OGs of this shit, you know? He was out there, he was in the trenches. But this map is so cool. It's like a mix of a board game and zombies, but just so well done. So this is obviously based off of Murder Mystery. If you guys didn't play that back in the day, good game. We had to basically go around and find clues and take these clues and kind of pinpoint what happened here. Someone died. Pretty sure Knives Out was written out about this kind of thing. This might be one of the top maps I think has ever been created, just because of the amount of coding and the amount of like stuff that he had to do to make this game work. It is zombies, but it's not zombies. You're gonna see right away. You got to do like an entire objective. You got to figure out a storyline, and it's always gonna be different. Like the game, like there's so many possibilities. You're gonna play this map every time and get a new experience. Obviously, I'm over exaggerating that statistic a little bit, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of variation in this, and it's really cool. It shows how much more we can do with these tools, how much more there's left to do. Like, we're not done with the mod tools, guys. Like, if they're not gonna make a new one, we're just gonna keep cooking with this. Every year they're figuring out something new. They're figuring out something that we just couldn't do before. I think when maps like this come out, we need to praise them. We need to show love for them, because like we don't get these often anymore. Maybe a couple years ago, but not anymore. So yeah, great work on this map. One of my favorite maps probably of all time. I know it's a high title, but man, it's just so replayable. I love it. You play with your friends, play by yourself. It just works. That's really what it is. And yeah, I really recommend you guys trying this for sure. All right, for the runner-up, you know, we got to do a runner-up. I think it's pretty obvious. I don't want to give this number 1, but it's pretty obvious this is probably the biggest map that come out in a long time. Mob of the Dead Remastered. I mean, how long have we been actually waiting for this? How long? I mean, we got that one version of it, but it wasn't like perfect, and then he deleted it, and then whatever. But yeah, we finally got a 1-to-1 remaster of Mob of the Dead for Black Ops. I know it's been so long. We've been waiting. We've had a lot of people try and fail, but this is it. He did it. If you guys don't know who Copper that is, he also did Call of the Dead Remaster. So if you know the quality that they got for that map, you're gonna know what to expect with this. I genuinely could not find anything wrong with this map at all. It was perfect. So yeah, if you want to go play Mob of the Dead again, you know, the original Mob of the Dead, you know, all the same, the Easter eggs there and everything too, and you can play it solo, which is a first, because if you didn't know, you can't play the Easter egg solo on the other games because you need someone to play Weasel, kill him, or you know, for him to kill you, vice versa. So but this, it'll just spawn in a bot at the end and you'll be able to fight. So I mean, genuinely great, amazing job. Remasters are a completely different like beast when it comes to map making, because you have to match Treyarch's quality, and Treyarch had a lot of people working on this, like a lot of people. So it's not super easy to just copy and paste it perfectly, you know? If you've done mapping or tried to do remasters, you know how hard scaling is to try to get it to feel right, you know? That scale of the room. And he just nailed it. He really just nailed it. Such a great map. I'm glad it exists. We're finally getting Zombie Chronicles 2, basically. I mean, if you haven't played it yet, definitely go check this one out. And then number 10, you're right, I'm talking about motherfucking John Parker, Body Cam Zombie. Now this map, I have a little bit of a bias on, because you guys loved this map. This started my channel. This whole map basically kind of started everything for me. So there's also something I want to talk about, the future of this. So if you guys don't know what John Parker is, it's basically an entire single player experience body cam. I believe it's one of the first body cam zombie maps we've ever gotten. I believe this is very heavily based off of like the Splinter Cell series. Now, a lot of people were very disappointed in this map because there wasn't seemingly any zombies. It's just like it's just a single player experience. You know, it's a single player game. And yeah, to spoil it, there are no zombies. However, there actually are zombies. I think people just missed that game mode. There's a mode inside of this. It's kind of cool. You spawn in and you spawn into like a main menu room. And there's a room on the right called Containment Breach, which is basically the small zombie version map he made, which is like a small survival, very hard. I'm not gonna lie, I struggled so hard to beat it, but it was really just showing what they're working on right now. Now, to give you guys a little bit of information, mentioned, they are working on a new zombie experience for the body cam, obviously, but also they're working on a standalone mod for just the body cam style. Right now, I know they're trying to get it to work on every map. They want it to work for custom zombies and for the original maps. Right now, I believe it only works for the original maps, but I wanted you guys to just know about this for like the future, because I don't know how much longer it's gonna be, but this is gonna be really cool. I've seen gameplay and it looks great. It looks so cool. It looks amazing. I know they wanna do more with it. They don't want to put out shit, and I respect that a lot. So I'm obviously just watching from afar, you know, letting them have their time to just cook. But I wanted you guys to just know this, because I know a lot of people were very disappointed in where the map just not having that much zombie stuff, because I mean, zombie body cam stuff sounds so cool. I mean, it got me hooked immediately, and I mean obviously with the views, you guys obviously want to see this too. I believe this will be a whole new like era in zombies once we start getting this body cam stuff down. I believe we're gonna see a new era of maps come out using this like visual tech basically to really just make new experiences. And I believe that's really what I love the most about the zombie community and the custom zombie community, and the reason why I cover it all the time is just like how much work they really do and how much more we can do, how much we've gone through from the world of War Tools today. I mean, the community has just kept going and going and going and going, and it doesn't look like they're stopping anytime soon. And we're gonna be here for the entire ride. We're gonna be covering it all. So yeah, make sure to like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys liked any of this list, if you guys disagree with the list, make sure to comment and let me know what maps you think are the best. I'm gonna be trying to do more of these types of videos, just give like a general idea of like the best maps I played and the best maps I think that I think are actually worth like playing, worth replaying, worth going to check out, because there's so much going on in this in the mod tools. There's a lot, anyone can upload one, so it's hard to determine what is quality and what isn't quality, especially with some of you guys not doing pictures are a huge part of what people see in the first place. So make sure, if like for my map makers, make sure to start putting some good pictures in, because that helps. But yeah, love you all and peace.